What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Kaiju Conservative coming at you with yet another Hurricane Irma update. Now, this information is current as of 8 p.m. on Friday, September 8th. Right now, Irma is centered at 22.2 north, 77.2 west. It's actually decreased in strength a little bit since it started smacking the hell out of the Caribbean a couple of days ago. Right now, its maximum sustained winds are 155 miles per hour, so it's still a very strong storm, but it has moved down to a Category 3 storm. So it's still very dangerous, still very large, but it's not as bad as when it first made landfall. Right now, it's moving west at 12 miles per hour, and the current track has shifted westward, obviously, because of that of the storm's current movement. Originally, forecast models had Irma making landfall somewhere around the Miami-Dade area. That has changed now. Now we've got Irma making landfall by 2 p.m. on Sunday on the west coast of Florida, around the Naples, Fort Myers, Sarasota area. So looks like the west coast and the Florida Keys are going to take the brunt of this storm. So if you're in the Florida Keys and you have not evacuated, definitely do that now. Get out, do it by tomorrow, because at that point conditions are going to get pretty bad pretty quickly on Sunday, and it's not going to get any better for a while after that. It's going to be quite a while before this storm leaves the state. They're putting it at the Georgia-Florida border by 2 p.m. on Monday. So this is a storm that's going to stick around with us for a little bit at least. Now, definitely it's the time to finish making those preparations or start making those preparations if you haven't done so already. Definitely pay attention to any of those evacuation orders if you're in a low-lying area, if you're in a mobile home, if you're on the coastline. Definitely time to start thinking about getting to a shelter. I wouldn't recommend trying to leave the state because the roads on out of Florida are jam packed right now. Flights are ludicrously expensive. I've seen some online where it's been like $3,000 or more to fly out of Florida. So definitely think about getting to a local shelter. You'll have a better chance there because you definitely do not want to be caught on the road in the middle of a hurricane. Not the place that you want to be. If you've got shutters, if you've got plywood, start boarding up. Definitely make those preparations. Do it by tomorrow night because it's going to get bad on Sunday, and it's only going to get worse. And like I said, the storm is going to be with us for a very long time. Now, big concern with any sort of hurricane is, well, what are we going to face, really? Well, for anybody who's lived in Florida any number of years, you know what we're going to face. We've done this before a bunch of times. We did this back in 2004 with Hurricane Charlie. We did this last year. A lot of people did with Hurricane Matthew. With a storm like this, it's probably going to be Category 2, Category 3 by the time it makes landfall. So still a very powerful storm. We're going to see down power lines. We're going to see down trees. Roofs are going to get torn up more than likely. There's going to be some flooding, especially on the coast. They're talking about 8 to 10 foot storm surge in some areas, which is pretty insane when you think about it. So expect to lose power at some point Sunday. It's just one of those things that's going to happen. Now, for those of you who haven't started making those preparations, or if you have been trying to make preparations, like maybe you've been trying to, let's say you've been trying to buy bottled water, but you haven't been able to because fucking nobody has bottled water really in the state anymore. The good thing to do, I believe I suggested this in my last podcast, but the good thing to do is to fill up some plastic bags, with water, put them in the fridge. Um, that'll help keep your fridge cool. You can thaw the bags out for water. Any container really that you can fill up, milk jugs, um, that sort of thing. If you've got soda bottles, if you've got if you've got juice jugs, or something like that, or even just buckets, just fill them up with some water, so you can have some around to drink, just in case you don't have any water once the power goes out. Um, if you've got a pool, power goes out. If the water goes out, use that pool water to flush your toilets. You're not believe me, you're not going to want to have a toilet that doesn't flush after a couple of days. That's not something that you want to go through. Um, so definitely keep making those preparations, folks, if you haven't done so. Keep listening to the local news. Again, my local station's been doing a really great job of covering things and trying to keep people calm and everything. And that's the big thing with a storm like this. Don't panic. Don't freak out. If you're new to Florida, guess what? You move to a place that gets hurricanes. And sometimes we get big hurricanes. We don't get them very often. Matthew was the first really big hurricane that we had gotten in since Hurricane Charlie hit, since Katrina hit South Florida. So, Matthew was kind of the first time for a lot of people. Um, Irma's going to be the first time for a lot of people too. It's a big storm. It's a powerful storm. It's going to scare the hell out of a lot of people, especially with the destruction that it wrought over in the Caribbean. But again, don't panic. Don't listen to people that are hyping this as a storm that's going to destroy everything in its path. As you know, don't listen to the. I mean, I know I'm on the internet, but don't listen to the internet. Definitely listen to your local news, listen to your local officials. Don't panic. Don't be afraid, but take this storm seriously. Make those preparations. Do it by tomorrow, because you're more than likely not going to get a chance to do it on Sunday, and you don't want to be facing this thing without any basic supplies. All right, I'm going to come at you with another update probably tomorrow night, but I expect that that is the last update that I'm going to be able to give for a while. Um, I'm expecting to lose power sometime Sunday night, so again, this is probably going to be the last update I'm going to give for a while, so more than likely you're not going to hear from me for a couple of days. Follow me on Twitter. I've got my Twitter link up in the comment section. I've also got my Gab link up on the comment section as well. I'll be on those as much as I can. Tweeting out updates as often as I can. But as for podcasting, is probably going to be the last time you're going to hear from me for a couple of days. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Anyway, folks, thanks for listening. Again, stay safe, take the storm seriously, but don't panic. Once again, guys, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you liked what you heard. It does help my channel out quite a bit. If you're on YouTube, hit that little notification button so that way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And I will see you all next time.